Ladies and gentlemen, Tesla stock today is down over 2% again. And it just feels like every day is a bloodbath for Tesla. Even though we've had some green days here and there over the past couple of weeks, Tesla stock is now down from all-time highs of $488.54, 24.2%. That is how far we have fallen from our all-time highs. Now, here in this video, I will explain what's going on with Tesla's stock today. But first, let's get into the news that is, quote-unquote, causing Tesla's stock to fall today. And you won't believe this. Walter Bloomberg on X writes, Tesla's stock slides 3.5% after announcing new hirings. Okay, the stock was down about 3.5%. Who knows where it's going to be in the last, 30 minutes, hour or so of trading. You could see the stock down more than that. You could see the stock recover, but it was down 3.5% earlier. It says here, this is one of the headlines hitting newswires. Guys, you're not going to believe this. Billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk's Tesla stock declined on Thursday after the company announced 12 job openings on a team developing the robotic humanoid Optimus, also known as Tesla Bot, at its facility in Fremont, California. So Tesla's stock, let's get this right, is apparently falling because they're hiring people to start mass production of Optimus. Okay, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know how you could make sense of that being negative. Let me know down below in the comment section. I would say that's actually very positive news. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe something changed and I missed it. But that seems positive to me. Now, it's actually funny today. Palantir stock has hit a new all-time high today, over $100 per share, hitting $107 because they integrated Grok into their enterprise software. Now, I know Grok is not Tesla, but Grok is, here on X, and that is owned by Elon. So it just sounds crazy to me that something like integrating Grok into Palantir causes the stock to absolutely go crazy today. And yet Tesla's looking to hire engineers to mass produce Optimus, and the stock is falling over 2%. Call me crazy, but I think that is a buying opportunity in Tesla stock, especially now considering the stock is down 24%. And the more the stock falls, if you're buying at current levels, the more upside you have, right? From a reasonable perspective, just to get back again to new all-time highs, you're going to go up 24% on your shares. Now, no guarantee that'll happen. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, but I think things are moving in the right direction for Tesla. Believe that or not, fundamentals sometimes get disconnected to reality. And I know fundamentals is a tricky word because some people are going to say, well, Tesla's fundamentals are bad, the valuation's high. I really mean what's happening in the core business, the innovation that is taking place, the progress that is taking place towards cheaper, lower priced Teslas, the new Model Y, FSD to expand to different markets, hopefully China soon, development of Optimus. All of these things are on the right path. I mean, you would expect over the past couple of days we had gotten some really bad news. In fact, that has not happened. Carissa Thien on LinkedIn writes, quote, my team is turning Tesla Bot into a reality. We're building Tesla Bot in our Fremont factory in California, and we're looking for engineers up for the challenge of getting this product ramped up for high volume production. So, dude, it's like, are we going crazy here? Or is there just something we're completely missing that's going wrong at Tesla? I mean, I don't think so. But let me know if you guys have different information than I do. Now, perhaps Tesla's stock could be falling a little bit on insider selling. That is also hitting the wires today. CFO Vahib Taneja I probably butchered that. Sold 7,000 shares of the stock in a transaction dated Monday, February 3rd. The shares were sold at an average price of $383.11 for a total transaction of about $2.7 million. Following the transaction, the chief financial officer now directly owns 108,965 shares of the company. It also says that director Robin M. Denholm sold 112,390 shares of the company's stock in a transaction that occurred on Monday, February 3rd. The stock was sold at an average price of $384.04 for a total transaction of $43 million. Following the transaction, the director now directly owns 85,000 shares. So she more than reduced her position by about half. So, I could see why that would be seen as a little negative. But again, people sell stock for all kinds of different reasons. Vacation, to buy a new house, to pay for college for their kids. I mean, there is thousands of reasons, quite literally, why someone would sell stock. And historically, insiders selling stock has very little correlation to what's happening at the business. After all, we just got earnings. Like, we have the best understanding of what's going on internally at Tesla right now, considering earnings were just last week. Also hitting the news wires today, Tesla's Chinese rival BYD to hire 20,000 more workers in Shenzhou. Plans major expansion to meet rising EV demand. Chinese electric vehicle EV manufacturer BYD reiterates the headline yet again. So, considering the news we got yesterday that German deliveries in January were down 60%, Norway and Sweden deliveries were down 35 to 40 some percent, could that be kind of weighing on Tesla stock still today? It is certainly possible. But again, the reason why those numbers look so bad yesterday that caused Tesla stock to fall about 3.5% is because Tesla's retooling their factories for the new Model Y. We all know this. I mean, that shouldn't have been seen as new information. But following the last 2 days, I will tell you, you're kind of in a danger zone now for Tesla. You are below this support line that I've had drawn on the charts now. As I said in the previous video, if we stay below this line here, it's really at about $374. You could be vulnerable for a retest of the 100-day moving average. You tend to kind of gravitate towards your moving averages once you break certain levels of support and or resistance, like to the upside. When you break a major level resistance, you tend to break out to that next moving average. It's just kind of where algorithms tend to take the stock. Same thing to the downside, and that's why I say Tesla could be in a bit of a danger zone right now. Although I wouldn't throw in the towel here and give up and say Tesla's going lower and try to time, getting in and getting out of the stock. I think you're always going to lose when you do that, because there could be news tomorrow that Tesla's launching FSD into China and the stock could be up 10-15%. And normally it's better to stay in a company you're bullish on than to try to trade in and out, get slightly better prices. That to me just does not make a whole lot of sense even at this point, and considering we've already fallen about 24%. And I know some people are going to, be asking those questions in the comment section or to themselves, like, should you try to, get a better price? Sell the stock today, try to buy it back towards that 100-day moving average. And I personally just don't like that strategy. Again, especially because I believe this sell-off recently in Tesla really has no justification whatsoever. We're actually seeing things getting better at Tesla, not worse. So, I mean, if you weren't going to sell Tesla on earnings, I see no better justifiable reason to sell Tesla today at a larger discount. Something that clearly also got overlooked for Tesla is what Ford CEO Jim Farley said yesterday about the company's partnership of FSD. He said yesterday that the company is getting closer to deciding on whether to partner with another company on full self-driving. Quote, "We're not so Pollyannish about our own capability that we're not going to look at other people's systems or not believe that level 4 personal autonomy is going to be interesting at some point. We need a strong strategy team to decide. Do we partner? I'm very confident in Sammy and Doug and their technical prowess. They know the FSD system. They know what's out there. They know the Waymo system as they get democratized for level 4, individual level 4. And so I think we'll make a good decision. But I think, Adam, we're a lot closer to that partnering decision at Ford." Now, Ford CEO has actually had some very positive things to say with Elon Musk, and they actually have a pretty decent relationship overall. We've covered their conversations on X before. And, well, I think the only obvious partner would be Tesla. And just imagine if Ford came out and said they're partnering with Tesla. So even if you don't want an electric vehicle, but you want Tesla software, you could, still get yourself a Ford. Right? I think that would be a powerful partnership for Ford as well. And it's going to be massively beneficial for Tesla because of how high margin FSD is. And I think this is another big catalyst that could be coming at any time that Wall Street's clearly ignoring right now. Now, option activity today for Tesla stock is more on the elevated side, at least at the time of recording this video. You have seen 238 different trades totaling $177 million with a positive order value of 68%. So higher dollar amount today and pretty bullish overall. Like this is not a bad number. Yesterday, you came in at 61% positive order value, which is pretty good as well. And let's see how this stacks up to NVIDIA here on the day today, just because Tesla and NVIDIA tend to kind of go hand in hand. And NVIDIA's up 2.3% today. Yeah, they have a positive order value of 85%. Yesterday, they had a positive order value of 54%. So Tesla's numbers, despite the stock falling so much, their option activity has actually been pretty good. It's actually been okay. And that just tells me, you have big money that's taking advantage of this opportunity more than not. Of course, not everyone is going out and rushing to buy calls, but some hedge funds and institutions are. So this will probably be a short-lived fall. But again, you are in the danger zone, especially heading into tomorrow with the non-farm payroll report. If that thing comes in hot, that's going to be an issue for Tesla and really for the entire markets. Here on the day today, you do have more shorting activity in Tesla stock. You have about 351,000 shares today that are being sold short on net. So this basically takes the total amount of shares sold short. It takes the total amount of shares being covered on or returned and gives you the difference. So the difference of that is 351,000 shares that are being sold short today. So not great, but definitely not terrible. On really bad days, you're going to see 1 million to 3 million shares being sold short. So not a lot of activity there, but it is a little bit more elevated than on just a regular normal day. You have short interest of free float at 2.26%, $23.91 billion sold short in Tesla, and you do have 63.23 million shares that are sold short. One other thing that I will point out for Tesla, I think Elon Musk heading Doge, really cutting back on government spending, is going to do some very positive things for Tesla over the medium to longer term. Driving down 10-year treasury yields, driving down interest rates is going to obviously make things more affordable for consumers to go out and buy new vehicles. And that in and of itself is going to be a big positive for Tesla. But driving down interest rates are going to make potentially borrowing capital in the future cheaper for Tesla. Now, Tesla has almost $40 billion of cash on their balance sheet. They don't need to go out and borrow money. And I don't think they're going to go out and borrow money anytime soon. But some people may get a little nervous that Elon is not fully running Tesla. That's why I think it's a good thing that Elon was on the conference call for Tesla earnings. But as Elon gets more involved with Doge, as they start, making more progress on reducing government spending, it's something we want to pay attention to if the whole narrative comes back when Elon first bought Twitter, that Elon was somehow no longer the CEO of Tesla, that he was not running the operations at Tesla. That obviously turned out to be false, but it did create some nervousness in the stock back then in early 2023 after the acquisition of Twitter. I don't think that is driving Tesla stock lower these days, but it is something to watch for. Whenever, a project is taking attention away from Tesla, Wall Street gets nervous. I actually think at any time now, Tesla is really ripe for a reversal. You have obviously seen that reversal from the lows today, down over 3.5%, now only down about 2%. It would not surprise me to see a recovery into the end of the day tomorrow. And again, if non-farm payrolls are weak tomorrow, if it suggests the Fed should be cutting rates, I think that'll also be a big positive for Tesla being one of the more risk-on stocks in our market. So let me know what you think about all of this information down below in the comments section. Ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.